All right, so let's go back now. We we, we we dealt with the family situation for a minute. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go back into the low life and the whole beginning stages. So like, do you remember your first store that you hit? Like your first big store?
Um, the first big popular store, yes. Where I'm from Crown Heights. The St. John's Polo Posse or the Ralphie Kids.
Mm-hmm.
Technically, it's from St. John's and Utica, but it's like 4 blocks away from my aunt block on Prospect.
Mm-hmm.
My block is extremely rough, so I was already doing crime before I ever stole anything. And I tell the low lifes all the time, the ones that know me, they don't play with me. Before I ever know how to steal, I knew how to kill, and I'm being extremely boastful. Um, but the first big store that I believe hitting, other than like Lambstones, Woodworth, Woody's, stuff that me and my younger peers hit,
Mm-hmm.
I believe the first big one, because Macy's and all that was nothing to me, was Gimbals.
Mm-hmm.
Gimbals on 86th Street. Other than Gimbals, Barney's. Shout out to Money Ray, one of my OGs.
Yeah.
Raylo took me in Barney's first. I think I was like 12 years old when I first went in Barney's. Um, Decente. I don't know if y'all familiar with Decente.
Nah.
Right where Columbus Circle at. Used
Okay,
to be
over
a
there.
ski store, a famous ski store called Decente on 57th Street. When I was a child, they coats costed like $2,000-$3,000.
Mm.
They was more expensive than the Paragons, and I used to steal out the Paragons.
Now at that age, how do you know that you can do this type of stuff? You know what I'm saying? At 11, 12, 13, how do you know you
Oh,
had the
we invented this.
what you mean inventing it?
I'm a trendsetter. What I do is it wasn't done before me or my peers.
Mm.
When I say that, meaning this, I go up the back. I don't know how to hack. That's straight facts. I didn't create that. I didn't
chill
create
out,
that.
Rudy.
No,
Chill out,
real
chill out,
talk,
bro.
son. I didn't create that. The OG Otis created that. It's a technique when we was children. I know how to, still to this day, I know how to throw stuff up my back and help a knapsack hold it. Where you could be looking at me in one movement, you blink, you don't know what stinks. It's gone. I'm talking about 30 pair of pants up my back and you don't know nothing. And then I could turn around, and if you was you was security at the door, I could turn around and be like this, yo, AV, open up my book bag. I'm not taking my book bag off. I'm not allowed to take my book bag off. Open my book bag. Once you open my book bag, you're going to see books in there. You ain't going to see the stuff up my back. You know why? Because it's between my back and my jacket, and it's holding it. That's called up the back. My OG Kev, I always shout him out, Boostin Kev. R.I.P. to Boostin Kev. Roosevelt finest. He was one of the first entrepreneurs out of the lowlifes, first rapper out of the lowlifes. He stole all his music equipment, made his own songs.
Wow.
And Starbuck, I used to look up to him also. He created the Lizzie bag.
What's
Break
that?
it down, the Lizzie bag.
Yeah, what's that?
The Lizzie bag is the Lizzie bag. The Lizzie bag is, they came out with alarm systems. When I was a child, Lizzie's wasn't really out. Alarms wasn't everywhere. And they still not out everywhere in high-end stores. But in regular stores, they got the alarms to stop the people from shoplifting or from retail theft.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore, they have electric devices inside the little alarm systems. Boostin Kev is one of the people, or the main person that came up with finding a bag and lining it with aluminum foil and duct tape. We know now, to being adults, or some electricians know, that if you put duct tape in aluminum foil, it blocks all the reception from everything else. So guess what? You put the stuff in the bag, it won't ring. That is a Lizzie bag. So therefore, you don't got to go in the store and pop the stuff one, two. No, you throw everything in the bag. You go in the store, 40 pair of pants. You right out the store, 2 seconds flat.
So before we whoa, this is very interesting. This is an interesting topic actually. So you got the Lizzie bag. You said something else.
Going up the back.
Up the back.
Go up the
Up the
back.
biddy. We call it up the biddy. Up the biddy. We city slickers. We run the city.
So how many before? It's 2 questions I have for you. I want to know, do you remember, did you join Low Life or you was there when it started? That's what I want to know.
No, I told you I was there for Ralphie Kids.
Ralphie Kids. So then the Low Life name changed. I heard on the interview that you said it changed because a lady.
Yeah, because of a situation on 42nd Street.
Yes.
But like I said back then, it's a caliber effect, but I am Low Life. I was there when that was formed. But I'm an original Ralphie Kid. Original.
Original Ralphie Kids. How many members of the Ralphie Kids were there?
I'm going to say roughly, I apologize beforehand, maybe about 30.
30. And then that low life situation happened on 42nd Street where the lady said, "You're a low life."
Prior to that happening, one of my best friends, Rack George Billups, he moved to Marcus Garvey, which is in Brownsville, MGV.
I know you're talking about.
Even though before he moved there, the OG Frizz already schooled some of his main pupils from over there already, which is Beck Live or OG LoLife, that's well respected in our culture, Ski Black, and the OG Mark that's passed away, that got killed. All three of them is part of Frizz regime, is an entourage. He already schooled them. They was already in Crown Heights. But when the large marriage happened, that happened once Rack moved down there, and on a large scale, we start interacting. But I was already, it was already established. Everything was already established at that point.
And repeat the story of how the name Low Life came from what you remember.
No, it's my memory is that of an elephant. I got an accurate memory.
Chill out. Rudy,
real talk, son. Real talk.
I like you, Rudy, but chill out, man.
No. Real talk, man. Real talk. I can remember a lot of things, man. It happened like this. I'm gonna be friendly. Shout out to Victor DeSuze, Thurston Howard.
Don't be friendly. Don't be friendly.
You want all the smoke.
Yeah.
You ain't no joke.
Rudy Chronicles, nigga. You gotta know about that in my new shit. Rudy Chronicles. Don't be friendly.
Shout out to I'm gonna keep it respected. Victor DeSuze. Fuck the fake RudyLo. This is how this shit went, bro. We was on 42nd Street, and like I said, I gotta keep it 100. Vic and Disco, the niggas fuck mad bitches. That's about it. Y'all famous in that area. But anyhow, a female caught Victor DeSuze, which is Thurston Howard III, talking to a next broad. So she was like, "Oh my God, you fucking low life." But she said that in the sense where, scum of the earth. So God bless the dead, B. Bill the Great. He said, "Oh my God, that shit like Mike was animated." You know what I mean? Like, oh, that shit sound hype. Word the mother. Now, emphasis added. We already was calling low. Polo was already low. Low was already short for polo. That's what I was saying. So when she said that, once Mike got hype, it was a jingle to our ears. And the majority of us was like, yeah, that shit, wait, all right, that's what we is. We low lights. And from then, it stuck. Not just that incident. Like I said, my man B. Bill created them L's at that day. The L's that we all throw up, that I throw up famously. And in addition to people like...
How the L's look again? Can you show us?
These are the same L's that Will Smith throw up, the same L's that Jay-Z throw up, the same L's that Meek Mills throw up. Shout it out, Roro. And everyone else. Fabolous. Oh, well, hold up. Let me keep it accurate here. John. I'm going to say Paul Kane throw the L's up. John like to dance around it and be political. But I'm not going to be political. I love this platform. He's informative. I know you know about Hip Hop Police. You know about that book by Derek Parker?
Yeah.
So we'll get to that later with BGS G and Squad, Brevoy G and Squad. But they're part of my lineages. They're part of low life history. But I don't know why he like to dance around it.
Whoa. Fabolous. Whoa.
Let's back it up.
Whoa, Rudy, slow down.
Let's back it up.
You my man, but slow down
Let's
right now.
Let's back it up, baby.
So why would Fabolous get ridiculed for dancing around? He's street family first. He got his thing. Why should he get ridiculed? Right? I need to know the link. What's behind? Should he get ridiculed
why I say that
for not throwing up the low life logo?
This is what I say.
Because I did see it before. All
right, this is what I say.
I saw it.
I boast and brag about this all the time. I'm a shoplifter, but I'm a gangster. My nuts hang. I was in prison amongst murderers, and I never denounced my craft because that don't make me who I am. You feel what I'm saying? That don't make me who I am. That's just my hustle. That's just what the fuck I do. You could be a working man, and if somebody violates your family, you could push a nigga's shit back to yesterday. That shit don't mean nothing. So now, when Fabolous came out, which is John, what was his name? Fabolous. Sport. First it was Sport Low. The Conrad GKB, the big homie Sport Low from Albany Projects, told him you can't use that name. So he shortened it up to Fabolous Sport when he got with Ty, Webb, and Nitty and them. Y'all know who Rudolph is. When he got with them, and when he got on top, and when he got with all that the rap and stuff. Now, I ain't got to chill.
You know that's my family. You know that's my family.
I know who they are, but guess what?
Well, come on,
you can't tell a black man to chill when I'm symbolic to the sun.
Yeah.
When God Tony is my friend. I know everything. I'm a historian. But I don't want to bring all the smoke up here, but we know what's going on here.
So what,
Hold up. R.I.P. to Free. He was a good brother, man.
You trying to say that Fab was boosted and was a low life?
He was, yes. I'm not trying to say it. Trying is an attempt.
So the nigga changed his life.
Oh, ain't nothing wrong with that.
He changed his life, so you want him to still throw up low life when that was associated with stealing?
No, or why not? He associates with murderers and killers. Which one is worse? Now look, I've never been ashamed of my craft. The older people in my community, they accepted me and my peers before they accepted the Decepts. They accept the Crips before they accept the Bloods. And this is actual and factual. You know why? Because it's different waves. Me and my peers didn't do crime in our community. We ain't want no bum-ass shit from picking up Belmont or from Utica Avenue. Man, I went to the high-end store. We went to Manhattan. We went out of town. When we come around, we entrepreneur. We selling the stuff to the people in our community. So we happy-go-lucky. I told you the majority of my friends was pussy. They bozos with polo, man.
But I'm saying that you can, but you shouldn't get mad at a nigga for changing his life, man.
No, all I'm saying is,
come on,
the past make the present, the present make the future. Acknowledge where you come from.
So do you want him to rap about stealing clothes and boosting?
No, I ain't saying rap about it.
But rap about the low life.
No, he don't gotta rap about nothing, but he do rap about my lifestyle. Our lifestyle. Where all that flashy shit come from. Listen, check this out. Let me drop some science on the followers here and the fans. When people be selling drugs, murdering niggas on the corner, or when people at work, guess what? I go in 3 meals a day. 9, 12, and 4 o'clock. I'm in the stores getting the stuff. The boosters bring back the new stuff to the hood.
That's true.
And nowadays, which is the closest, which is our relatives, the swipers, the scammers. They bringing everything back. You don't got a drug dealer or a nigga that's working or hustling, don't got time to be going to Manhattan shopping and all that shit.
See what you're saying?
Now, what I always like to boast about is when I was a child, and I believe you're about 32. Yeah, I do research. Like I'm nosy.
That's cool. That's nice.
When I was a child, hip hop emulated the streets. Now it's different. Now Lil Wayne is blood. Lil Wayne kissed his stepfather on the mouth, and his name is Weezy F Baby. He wear female pants, leggings, and he kiss like that, but he not gay. But if a regular nigga that's not popular kiss a nigga on the mouth, he gay. So now the shit is backwards. Straight backwards. So now what I'm saying is now you're going to denounce where the fuck you come from. Like, no, this is real talk, man. We can't dance around. Know what I'm gonna touch on this. I'm feeling to touch on this. Shout out to Amin, man, the Eye Stone, man. That's my comrade, my childhood friend. He's in prison. You know, I used to pump Casanova 2 times. I loved it. You
used to do what?
I used to listen to his music.
Pump him. Okay, bump him.
Yeah, I was one of his #1 fans. Shout out to the Conrad Moose. Shout it out, Conrad. No, he networked with the real Moose in him, you know what I mean? Rod 551. But no, we give shout out to all the YouTube stations or whatever. The little dude, I really don't like him much. Not like y'all, but the little dude CC, little gay nigga, right? He went in on him, right? And a few months ago he said, allegedly,
why he gotta be gay though? I mean, come on,
because he do gay type shit.
But that doesn't make him a homosexual.
Nah, I didn't say he was homosexual. I said he gay.
So gay is behavior.
Yeah, his gay behavior.
Okay, so you think he had gay behavior because what? He can people up and you feel he causes trouble.
I call it gay behavior because he's not acting like a man.
So he found the lane. Like let's
no, his lane is wavy.
He found the lane, so we gonna give him credit for his lane.
It's wavy.
But not acting like. What do you expect him to do?
I like to consider him as a gate gangster. I'm a jail nigga. Okay. You know what I mean? Unfortunately, I'm not proud of it. And a lot of niggas be gangsters behind a motherfucking gate when you can't get to a motherfucker.
But he found his lane. Rudy,
I know that, but you know what I can't understand? It could be 4 or 5 people in the room.
Rudy.
No, it could be 4 or 5 people in the room. Right. I might react one way when everybody looking, when the audience looking. But if let's say G Money might pull me to the side, it's a whole different dynamics now when he pull me to the side. But guess what? If I'm a corny nigga, when he pulled me to the side, now I come back to you and be like, yeah, I told that nigga, fuck that nigga. But I really didn't tell him that. But you don't know that. Niggas is bitch-made niggas. So you know what I like to do? I put everybody on the spot. They say I start trouble. If you say that, as soon as I come from the back, I'm going to say, G-Money, what the fuck you said about Queen Flip? Let him know. I tell him about it. But that's the real shit.
What's wrong with you, bro?
No, but I'm not going to let a nigga pump fake around me, man. That shit is corny, man. I think it can go cause wars and all that type of gay shit.
I respect it.
You know how many times? I did 3 years in Southport, man. Niggas used to be behind the gates. Yo, listen, you could be anybody. Anybody, lion, tiger, kings, tigers, you could be surrounded by anything. Listen, any man can be anything when you at your time of comfort and need. Who you are when it's chaos, when it's confusing, that's when you measure the degrees of a man.
So he winning on Casanova. I respect that. Yeah, I respect
No, I ain't finished on Casanova. Okay. Casanova allegedly said that God Bless the Dead Classic, 21st and Ocean, right? The swiper, that he had something to do with his alleged death. Then come to find out, alleged crime that Classic was involved in, he was snatched by the felly rallies, which is the reptiles, which is the pigs, and allegedly said something. But now, lo and behold.
Wait, hold. You talking about Casanova?
Casanova 2 times, the rapper. Now, 2 times. 2 times. Now, this is what we going to say. He came out with So Brooklyn. I opened up this interview with So Brooklyn. I'm a fake-ass rapper. I love the So Brooklyn remix. Rod Dollar, shout it out to real Rod Dollar. This shit is fire. But I didn't do one yet for this fact. In the lyrics inside Casanova, did y'all catch what he said?
No, tell us.
He said, them niggas said paperwork. Some shit, I'm going to show you how my paper work. Now, we talk about paperwork. People saying black and white on them because, black and white is out of sight. But he's saying, fuck what y'all niggas said. I got money. I got a budget. I got the bag. I'm a rapper. I'll show you how my paper work. So hold up. You know how I interpret that? Popularity or finances or a machine behind you say fuck the morals and principles. Fuck what the general public say that he's a rat. They look past that now.
But where's I didn't see no paperwork on him, so it's just hearsay.
That's why I said, hold up. That's why I said allegedly.
You did say allegedly, so but then the fact that you're
but hold up.
The fact that you're going in, Rudy.
I'm old school. When you in doubt, what's the saying?
I don't know.
You do without.
The fact
if there's any speculations, I'm not fucking with you, man.
Rudy.
No maybes.
Yo, Lo. Whoa. You cannot do that. You can't. If you didn't see the paperwork, you shouldn't put that much emphasis in something. You should not.
No.
There's no paperwork on
There's
Cass.
no paperwork saying that, but I haven't seen it yet, but guess what?
So I didn't see it neither.
No, I haven't seen it yet either.
Okay, so why are you going in?
No, what I'm saying is the general public.
Who?
The people that love the song. So Brooklyn.
Said that what? He ratted?
No, they love the song.
But you didn't see no paperwork
I
on
didn't
this
say
man.
I saw any paperwork. I'm saying the big allegations, anybody that's shaky in my life, I don't back them.
But
I could be wrong.
Is he in your life? Do you know?
No, he's not in my life personally or nothing.
Okay.
But I'm not going to support anything with somebody where I'm shaky on. But I'm speaking on the general public because I know personally some people that's part of the same thing that he's part of.
That's part of what? The industry and talent?
The set. The set. We know what it is. What you talking about? Off the record, they part of the same network system that he's a part of. And they still jack him, but they won't jack somebody else.
Because there's no paperwork.
It ain't got nothing to do with
They
paperwork.
do got to do paperwork.
Not to me.
We can't do that, RudyLo. Can't do that, man. Can't do that.
All right, so
I respect you, but I can't agree with that.
All right, but I got an answer for you and for the general public, for everybody else.
Tell me.
All we got to do is get his name and use FOIL. Like what I'm about to use on somebody else. Freedom of Information Act. You go to City Hall, the borough that he was convicted in. You tell the real name. My name Rudolph Athea. You go to Queens County. I had life in Queens. You go to Queens, they're going to go to court clerk. They're going to give you the records. But they're going to tell you have to pay for the copies. So you just pay for the copies and you'll have them yourself. It's public record. That's what journalists use. And it's all legal. You just got to pay for the copies. Anybody can get it. All you got to do is know his real name. Wow. So that put an answer to everything. Or, in addition to informative, you don't got to go to Queens Court. You can go to One Police Plaza and put the same thing in too. And you can do it from your telephone. So when people got doubts and all that stuff like that, they can go do that. Right now, it's not personal on my thing, so there's no need for me to go there. I don't deal with him intimately, and emphasis added to everybody. I'm not a criminal anymore. So I'm not a part of that lifestyle, so I don't worry about that anymore. But if I still was and some of my peers still was, yeah, I want to be informed because I don't want to be around certain people. Now, I had a conversation earlier. People always talk about black and white, and I go with that. That's the most concrete thing. But sometimes you got something called common sense or rational thinking or rational reasoning. I happen to have a paralegal degree, right? Now, one of the things my teacher taught me in the paralegal degree was this. Let's say you go to bed, ain't no snow outside. You wake up about 6 o'clock, take care of your personal hygiene. You hear the news, and the news tell you slow fell about 3, 4 o'clock. You go downstairs, you see no footprints in the snow. go back upstairs, do some other stuff. You go down maybe about 8 o'clock to get the mail. You see footprints in the snow, mail in the mailbox. You take the mail out. Who delivered the mail, G-Money? The average person would say the mailman, correct? The mailman usually come about 8, 9 o'clock.
Right.
Is in there. We're going to say the mailman, but that's not right. That particular day, the mailman was running slow for whatever reason. The mailman was 6 houses down. He had the route for about 10 or 15 years. He asked one of the other neighbors, I'm running slow. Oh, could you do me something? Do me a favor, put that in the mailbox. That's called circumstantial evidence. That's the example they taught me in my paralegal course. So sometimes you don't have to see stuff or to see stuff in black and white to know certain stuff. And it also depends on your analytical skills, your interpretation skills, and the party that it's coming from. Now, like I always say, if you was a piece of shit and you telling me something, then I'm not listening to you. Okay. Now, if he's a stand-up individual, he's my friend, or he's somebody I know that's up front, and he give me some information, I'm gonna translate it like, yeah, Queen Flip told me this, that, and the third, but I fucks with him. He's an upfront person to me. I see how he deal with his children or how he deal with this, one, and third. I believe him. That don't mean that he's telling the truth. But guess what that means? I don't like a lot of people. I don't vouch for a lot of people, and I'm not perfect. But I'm putting my credit and my shit on the line for him. And I live by my mistakes, the good and the bad. So I'm willing to tell G-Money, listen, Queen Flip, I've been dealing with him X, Y, and he said this, that, and the third. So nigga don't got to tell me nothing else. I'm still not saying you nothing, but I'm always going to say allegedly and this, that, and the third, but I'm not fucking with you in no capacity or no form. And any of my peers, I'm going to tell them the same thing. Because you don't need no room for error in my lifestyle.
So real quick, you put up the back.
Straight facts. Up the biddy, yeah.
The biddy.
Second one.
Technique.
Can you give me 5 techniques? Is it 5 of them or is just?
It's a few of them. Up the back.
So you had a
lazy bag,
elephant.
in the nuts. Girdle play in the nuts, down the legs, and I like to say up under the arm. Regular shit like. But there ain't too many people that can master that.
So nobody was boosting before the LoLife.
No, that's be real ignorant to say that. Yes, there was people boosting before LoLife, but on a large scale, as a group of individuals.
Operation.
As an operation, no. Now you have, remember, we from Brooklyn. Brooklyn is, we thieves. Brooklyn, Brooklyn take it. Brooklyn is hardship. You got group of individuals from Roosevelt Projects, large in the Midtown and shoplifting community, East New York. But I like the Christian Flatbush. That's part of my legacy. That's the way I see it. When I was a child, my older sister I was talking about, she went to Wingate. That was the high school for the geographical location for, like Brownsville, Crown Heights. They had old timers like Herman and them, God bless the day, Mass and them. They much more older than me. Before it was a two-front posse, before it was Ralphie Kids, it was two-front posse. The two-front posse is the Ralphie Kids, they the older people. But before they start calling themselves and us the younger generation Ralphie Kids, there was two-front posse. That's when they went to Wingate. Once they left their neighborhood, everybody had two fronts, everybody fly. That's what they called them. But they went to Wingate. And the history spread from there. I like the, I always consider myself a faking Jamaican because I grew up in Crown Heights, but I'm American. In Wingate, I know had mostly West Indians, a lot of West Indians. I'm 45, so due to my age, I was around for Shower Posse and all that. I was around when Jamaicans first started shining. When they, in our culture, or in our geographical area, when they first started getting their weight up, because they were foreigners. And it's great hardship. To me, the most colorful, the most long-lasting stories, or not stories or memoirs or anything like that, is the ones that come through hardship. You got to go out hell to come out right. And LoLifes, due to our upbringings, the West Indians, due to their upbringings of being accepted in our community, was the same thing. The same thing as the Crips. We all was the underdogs at one time. And what I like to boast and brag and tell everybody, like I told Prance and them yesterday at Fashion Week, what goes around comes around. What goes up, come down. So with that being said, right, the little guys is sometimes the big guys now. So I explained in the beginning, the D sets is more violent than us. They was gully. They was gangsters. We were shoplifters. But who's on top now? No disrespect, but they dissolved away. You understand what I'm saying? When I was a child, I always thought being physical and being a brute was the answer. That made me have life in prison. It took me to have life in prison to realize I can't fucking fight my way through the fucking gate. No matter how hard I was, I could have been in the yard and been the best fucking rapper. And my nuts hang. I'm a gangster. But it wouldn't have left a legacy for my children. And when I reached to the outside world, it was a fake RudyLo on my spot. My so-called peers ran with it. And niggas X'd me out of motherfucking history. So guess what I had to do? I had to do what older people been telling me to do. The pen is mightier than the sword. I had to fucking learn how to read and write. And then I had to go after programs to be back out here right now on this marvelous night.